Shah, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah.
All right, Shalom. All praises, glory, and honor is due unto Yahweh, Bashum, Yahushai, Bashum, Arachakodash. Double honors to the elder apostles and bishops of the great millstone that rule well. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the hopefully elect tabernacle of David scattered abroad throughout the four corners of the earth. Now, I'm just now catching up on Heyman Malone's latest live stream where he's reacting to the Tucker Carlson interview that he had with Lex Friedman, and in the segment of the interview, he mentions about us, referring to us as Black Hebrew Israelites, the same coined buzz term, that the government created to list us, categorize us, demonize us. We don't identify by Black Hebrew Israelite, but we are actually, in fact, the Hebrew Israelites of the Bible. What Tucker Carlson was saying was the things that Putin said in that interview concerning the denazification of Europe is no different than these guys on the street corner saying that they're the Israelites. Basically it's far above his understanding. He doesn't understand. Which from our end, from our perspective, is not meant for the wicked to understand. Now it's definitely for everybody to know, but it's not for you to possibly understand. Tells you that in Daniel the 12th chapter, around the 10th verse, that the wicked shall do wickedly, and none of the wicked shall understand, but the righteous shall understand. All right, and the Lord said He would do nothing with He would surely do nothing but reveal of His secrets unto His servants, the prophets. And the prophets are back today in their lot, and that's why this understanding is increasing. All right, Second Esdras was at 6:28 about how the truth that have been without fruit shall be declared. And of course, Haman has an issue with, us being acknowledged, because instead of us dying down, instead of, this thing, dying out, which, vocab wishes that the Israelites and this whole thing of ours die out, it's only getting stronger and stronger. This is Second Esdras 6 and 28. It says, As for faith, it shall flourish, corruption shall be overcome, and the truth, which have been so long without fruit, shall be declared. And it was just so foreign to this dude Tucker Carlson that he was taken aback by with the elder apostle Tahar when they had their little encounter. He was taken aback by what he was hearing, because his forefathers, white supremacy deceived the entire planet. So for him to hear it from men on the street corners and bold and confident, it took him aback. He was, but he tried to act like he really didn't know who we were and what we're about. All of you know, everybody in the world knows who we are. Okay? And even Putin that he was interviewing knows. That's why after that interview, he dropped that bombshell. Okay? And a lot of these Edomites started having meltdowns. But hey, it's known. All right? And like the Lord said, this gospel must be preached throughout all the world. Let me see if I can find that. Yeah, Matthew 24 and 14, it says, "And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations." So all the nations will have been and heard this gospel, this truth, one way or another, whether you come across us, on the street, when we're out at camp, which the scriptures say that as well. Isaiah 30 and 20. Though the Lord give you the bread of adversity, all right, the Lord shall not suffer your teachers to be removed into a corner, but thine eyes shall see thy teachers. And you shall hear a voice behind thee saying, walk ye in it when you turn to the left or when you turn to the right. So the men of the Lord are going to be seen because they're going to be out there active in the ministry. Wisdom cry without, she uttered her voice in the streets, in the chief place of concourse, saying, how long will you simpletons love simplicity? So this is prophecy, man. And we know Vocab hates every bit of it, all right? Because he's not going to report on nothing else. He's going to talk about what his overlords are doing over there in the Holy Land and in that region. It's not looking too good for them. And this being showcased all throughout the world, what they're doing over there. Blasting refugee zones. People that actually that's been escaping, areas in Gaza, where they're receiving, aid, and them Zionists are saying, nah, we're not gonna leave nothing standing. Finding little babies, little children with their heads off in the rubble. Vocab, I guarantee you, he don't have a problem with that. If he does, let's see him come out on his own platform and disavow what those people are doing. He can't do it because you know why. All right? That's how Amalek gets down. But anyway, it says, and then shall the end come. All right, and we're at the end of this thing. All right, so this truth is getting its traction worldwide. And that's why these Christians are mad. That's why Vocab is mad. All right, oh shit, Tucker Carlson mentioned them? Yeah. He remembers when he came across the apostles and brothers out there in New York that day. He was probably haunted by that. Anyway, let's continue.
Between GMS and Tucker Carlson that he is referring to. I'm gonna play it one more time. Listen to this. Here we go.
Just speaking so far past each other that we would never come to. It's like, I don't even know what the hell you're talking about. And and especially when I decided or concluded that he really meant it, I was like, that's just too freaking weird to me. It's almost like, yeah, I can think of many other examples where you're interviewing someone else, say something that's like, I was interviewing a guy one time and he started talking about the black Israelites and we're the real Jews. And I was like, and it wasn't on camera, but I was like, it was so far out to me that I was like, we'll never kind of understand common terms on that.
You mentioned there's a bunch of conspiracy theories about Putin's health. How was he in person? What did he feel like?
Now, when Tucker Carlson talks about it wasn't on camera, he's saying he didn't have his crew with him. It wasn't an official thing from their perspective. But
yeah, he in other words, he couldn't come with an agenda. He couldn't come and, use his footage and edit it, to make the other side look a certain way. It was just raw, uncut. The camera happened to already be rolling. The brothers was already out. And he strolled by the camp and Apostle Tahar called him out. All right? And was asking him questions. That's how it really went. Okay? And it was meant for him to hear the message right then and there. All right, what did the scriptures say? In the book of Proverbs, Man's goings are of the Lord. Who can understand his own way? So the Lord had Tucker Carlson walk past the camp. He was probably wondering, why is there a circle over there? Why is there a crowd? Let me go see what this is about. And he walked right over, and he didn't expect the apostles to recognize who he was, but they knew who he was. You know, maybe the average nigga don't, because they don't watch the news like that. But, you know, we watch everything. All right? So that's just how it went down. And, you know, it's meant for us to be noticed, even if we're being ignored. You know, because you really can't ignore for too long this thing of ours, man. All right? The fame of it has spread across the globe. You know, when celebrities, you know, start to talk about it, now newscasters and journalists, all type of people. That's how you know that this thing of ours is well known. The Lord said that. Let me get that in Psalms. And this is how the Lord's message was going to become known worldwide. Psalms 19 and 1, it says, the heavens declare the glory of the Most High, and the firmament showeth his handiwork. Day unto day uttereth speech, night unto night showeth knowledge. And that's how this knowledge has increased, especially in these last days. The truth is being declared. The Lord put his breath back into us, that, you know, and that breath represents wisdom, the understanding. The Lord inspired us and raised us back up because we were spiritually dead. Now we know who we are. Now we know who we worship. All right. And day in and day out, we're constantly doing these shows, these lessons. All right, brothers are going out on the highways and hedges. We got our cameras rolling, and the internet, you know, does the heavy lifting for us. All right, this is the handiwork of the Most High. All right, so now you got access to it, and you can watch our lessons anywhere in the world, in any language, which is getting ready to tell you. It says, there is no speech nor language where their voice is not heard. Right? Their line is going out through all the earth, and their words to the end of the world. In them have he set a tabernacle for the sun, which is as a bridegroom coming out of his chamber, and rejoices as a strong man to run a race. Okay? So, you know, the Lord set this mighty work so that everybody in the world can hear this. And that's going to be the determining factor, especially among our people, you know, who's going to be called unto salvation or called unto condemnation. All right, because there ain't going to be any excuse. They all going to have had a chance to have heard this gospel one way or another, especially if the heathen knows and can hear. You know, we're very loud. We're very vocal. All right. Let me get this in Isaiah 13. And this dude, Tucker, his father was a CIA operative, you know, so this dude, he's juiced in on all kind of levels. You know, sitting across from Putin, but still, you know, working for Babylon, being a conservative journalist, acting like he's unbiased, but come on, man. They are all these dudes are controlled. He can act like he's independent. He's controlled. All right, but this is what the scriptures say. All right, that, you know, the prophets are going to be making noise. All right, this is Isaiah 13 and 1. It says, the burden of Babylon, which Isaiah the son of Amos did see, lift you up a banner upon the high mountain. And that banner is talking about these scriptures. All right, you look up banner. The Hebrew word is nas, and it says a flag, also a sail, by implication a flagstaff, generally a signal. something lifted up, standard, signal, signal pole, ensign, banner, sign, sail, standard as a rallying point. All right, and you know what we have, you know, as an ensign is these scriptures. Okay, we have the tokens of the Lord. It's contained right in the scriptures. Okay, so when it says lift you up a banner, you know, exalt the Lord's word. That's why we lift up our voice like a trumpet. Let it be known. Exalt the voice unto them, shake the hand, that they may go into the gates of the nobles. And we're getting the attention of the nobles. That's why they can't stop talking about us. Okay? To the point where they got to pass legislation to try to find a way to get us off the street, or to stop speaking, or to take our channels down. Trying to make us an offender for a word that we cannot reprove in the gate. Trying to set that snare for us that we can't reprove. All right? Because, you know, what we speak, which is thus saith the Lord, it goes against the established narrative, all right, of Edomite supremacy and the lies that they did taught the whole world. And now that veil covered over the nations, that covering cast is being peeled back. The Lord said, I will destroy in this mountain that the covering cast and the veil over the nations. All right? Because this devil is constantly being exposed by the truth. And it's the testimony that's revealing him. So anyway, let's go back to this video.
The Hebrew Israelites had their cameras on. And I only know of one place, because all the channels that I know where this thing used to exist, I only know of one channel where it still exists. And thanks to the help of a friend, I was able to track this down at the one place that it exists online that I'm aware of. So we're going to watch it here today, right after this brief commercial break. And
you probably been seen it. Stop acting now all of a sudden like you just came across it. You watch everything, man. All right? We know that you work for somebody up top. And, you know, your job is to gather all this information on us. Okay? And that's more than likely why the Southern Poverty Law Center got us all listed on their site. You know, gathering all this intel and you sharing information with them. All right? That's why we believe you're Haman, because you're trying to get us dissolved. Okay? But it's not going to work. Like Paul said, you cannot do nothing against the truth before the truth. Okay?
You're going to see the original interaction he's talking.
Kurt, I'm Morgan, Urban Theologians. Big shout to you. Bring out this reality that it was the early Black Jews in Harlem, Black Judaism, that gave birth to Black Hebrew Israel, one West brand and variation of it.
Check out this shirt.
Hit it. Look at that. Urban Theology. Yeah. Oh, that's hot, bro. Look at that.
So this is the Urban Theologian.
Urban Theologian. There it is.
Urban Theologian shirt. I'm trying to let you be able to see it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, got the Doberman back on Street Apologists Live. And a couple of you do have outstanding shirt orders for Urban Theologian, especially my man Alan Torres. Thank you for all your support. Working on getting that out tomorrow. And someone else, I forgot that person's name off the top of the head, but got those shirt orders coming up.
Everything is all about making money. Everybody's out to make money. None of y'all follow the scriptures, man. You know, we're selling shirts of your organization. Like, the scriptures talk about making merchandise, but apparently, you know, these guys, Christians, they don't really follow the scriptures like that. But anyway, let's get back to it.
And so do not worry. Today on Street Apologists Live, we're talking about Tucker Carlson mentioning in a recent interview with Lex Friedman the Hebrew Israelites. And this interaction is like almost, I think, a decade old. I don't know the exact date on this, but this is not a new interaction. So it's absolutely fascinating that you've got Tucker Carlson mentioning the Hebrew Israelites way back then.
He said it's fascinating. Of course it is. Like, damn, Tucker Carlson was talking to them a decade ago? Come on, man. Y'all know about us. All right? And even let me get this in was it 2 Corinthians? I don't know why they trying to act surprised, man. And I know Sakari, they hate that they missed out on I'm pretty sure they wanted to be the ones who Tucker Carlson had to encounter with. You know, them dudes over there, man, they long for clout. They want the glory. They even to the point when you had the deacon, he had did a live responding to Tucker Carlson about it, and he was trying to act like he didn't know. He was trying to basically insinuate, we don't know who. It could be anybody that he had this interview with. Probably Kanye. It could have been Kyrie Irving. It could have been this person or that person. And he was mentioning everybody but Great Millstone. And everybody in his comment section, everybody on the live chat was basically saying, oh, it was Apostle Tahar he talked to. And he wasn't trying to acknowledge that. Then to hear this fool, the Crip priest, the Hoover Crip priest, talk about how, we're diminishing and, we're not, they're being magnified over us. But yet, Tucker Carlson knows about us. And everybody's talking about it. Everybody knows about this thing, man. Whether you want to acknowledge us or not. All right. There's 2 Corinthians 6 and let me see. I'll start at verse 4. And this is dealing with the conditions of the ministers, what they have to endure, starting with the apostles. 2 Corinthians 6 and 4 says, but in all things approving ourselves as the ministers of the Most High, in much patience and afflictions and necessities and distresses, in stripes and in imprisonments and tumults and labors and watchings and fastings, by pureness, by knowledge, by long suffering, by kindness, by the Holy Ghost, by love unfeigned, by the word of truth, by the power of the Most High, by the armor of righteousness on the right hand and on the left, by honor and dishonor. We get a little honor here and there. People acknowledge that we are out there. They know that, we stand firm for this word. Even people that don't get down with us like that. But we also get plenty of dishonor. We get more dishonor than honor, which, hey, the servant is not greater than his master, because they didn't give honor to Yahushua either. All right, he didn't receive honor. It says by evil report and good report. People they give evil report by slandering us. Saying that we GRAPE women. They call us PDF files. When none of that is substantiated at all whatsoever. We get that. Vocab once said that we're probably the worst Israelite camp out there. And we embrace that, man. All right, so we get evil report, and it says, and good report, as deceivers and yet true. And they think that we going off, the other dudes come against our doctrine, claiming that we're deceivers, but we're actually true. And nobody's disproving us. Vocab, with all the years he's been doing this thing, he still to this day ain't really disproved us. He challenges us and come against us, but he ain't really disproved us. It says, as unknown, right? And yet well known. So we seem to be unknown, all right? Because really we don't make ourselves known in that way. Like, we're not commercial. All right, we don't sell the ministry using gimmicks. We're just known for going out there and teaching, and people recognize us, even though they'll ignore us. Which, that's all based on the will of the Most High, because the Lord told Ezekiel to go out there and preach this word, whether they hear or whether they forbear. All right, whether they receive it or whether they fan their hand. The scriptures tell you about our people. They take counsel, but not of me. So, they're for the most part, people know who we are, but they're usually not gonna want to deal with us, especially if they don't understand it. Some Jake will be curious and they'll come ask questions and get their questions answered. But we're well known, and what proves that? The fact that we're global. Okay? These others, they don't have to really recognize us, but the word being broadcast online and accessible all over the world, that pretty much does the job for us. So we're definitely known. We're number 6 on what was that list a month or 2 ago that came out about the hate groups. Great Millstone is on that list, and we don't make ourselves we don't put ourselves out there like that outside of going out there on the street and teaching. We're not linked in with the government. We ain't made no deal. We're not under no 501c3. All right, we're not on all these different platforms and podcasts. We do our own individual thing. But yet people want to mention us, talk about us. So this thing is doing what it's supposed to do. It says, as dying and behold, we live, as chastened and not killed. All right, so these things pertain to us, the different sufferings. All right, the different things that we go through, and that comes with the territory of serving Yahweh Shem Yahushai in His ministry. Man, you gotta suffer. But either way, Yahushai is being preached, and many brothers and sisters are waking up, and that's the whole purpose, because we're only doing this so that the elect can be sealed. And once the elect are all sealed, which it seems like they almost are, everything's gonna move pretty quickly. That's why the Lord got the angels holding back the winds of destruction. All right, hurt not the trees nor the land, until we have served the Lord's servants in their foreheads. Okay, and that's the 144,000. So if this thing be of men, it'll come to naught. But if it be of the Most High, you cannot overthrow it. All right, and Tucker Carlson and whoever else, Trump gets back in there and he acknowledges us, then you're only doing us a favor. All right, all publicity in our case is good publicity, because even if you slander us and put us out there in a bad light, we know that the Most High is the one who's going to justify His elect. Okay, He's gonna justify His men. If the Most High be for us, who could be against us? And it doesn't matter what vocab does at this point. He's not moving anything. A waste of money, a waste of all those years in the theological seminary, and you fell on your mission. Can't sleep at night. So, that's just my response to this. I'm pretty sure there's a lot more. He's almost 2 hour live, and I might come back and revisit and see what else he says about this. I know the elder Apostle Tahar had went live for damn near 2 hours. Spirit was on the Apostle heavy, man. But yeah, man, I might go back and check these things out. All right, but yeah, we're in that time, man. This word is traveling abroad, and it's doing what the Lord said it would do. He said he would pour out his doctrine, okay? And it's being published worldwide. So anyway, with that, let me give all praise to Yahweh Shem Shai, and to the next lesson, Shalom.